Welcome to the Mario Matter, the #1 Nintendo podcast.
My friends, Illumination has confirmed there is a brand new Nintendo movie releasing on April 12th, 2028. Is it a Mario movie? Is it a Donkey Kong movie? Is it something else? We dive into that today. Welcome on into the Mario Matter. I am your host, Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber EmSwizzle, back at it again. Happy Saturday, my friends. Episode 190 is insane. 10 away from the big 200. What is on today's show, you may be wondering? First things first, we go over Nintendo news. A lot of stuff to dive into. Some things that we thought would happen that didn't end up happening. A cool product announcement. There's some cool stuff to dive into. We do that. After that, we talk about the main topic of the show. What is this next Nintendo movie that's confirmed to be happening? Once again, Mario, Donkey Kong, could it be those? Could it be a new animated Star Fox? Who knows what it is? We'll dive into my thoughts there. After that, we go into the Q&A segment, the question block, where I answer your questions you asked me on this show about Nintendo, about myself, whatever it may be. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope your weekend is going well. It's May now, so, I mean, listen. Ever since, mid-April, I've just been kind of labeling this whole time summer. It's warm enough. It's not 90 degrees, but it's warm enough. I'm fine. The sun is staying out for longer. It's summer to me, and it still is now. And it won't be not summer until late September. So we got a lot of quote-unquote summer ahead of us. Let's dive into Nintendo news and quit rambling about the time of year. Thank you I can hear everyone saying that right now. So let's just dive in. Let's not waste no more time. Nintendo news to kick off the show. Max, what is our first Nintendo news topic to give my thoughts on this fine Friday, May 1st, as of recording? First, we gotta address some stuff from a Nintendo leaker who is incredibly credible. No joke was intended there. Incredibly credible. I don't know. Whatever the case, Nate the Hate is a very, very credible Nintendo leaker, insider. What made me start believing in Nate the Hate was when he came out in January of 2025 and said, Switch 2 reveal tomorrow. And it happened. If you can leak that, you're a pretty good leaker. So Nate the Hate came out last month, I guess now, April, and said, hey guys, new Star Fox game being revealed and announced this month. Well, April came and went, and no Star Fox game was announced. So we were all kind of like, when's it going to be announced? Did not happen. However, we have a new statement from Nate the Hate addressing it, and also some good news if you are a Star Fox fan. So, didn't get announced. Nate the Hate tweeted, as I said several days ago, I do not doubt the game's existence. Several outlets/people have spoken on the game beyond me as well. Timing for reveal was off the mark and wrong. That's a miss by me. So, listen, leakers get things wrong. That happens. Things change. Maybe Nate had great info, and then Nintendo themselves was like, all right, let's actually push back this Star Fox thing. And then it just so turned out that Nate's info was wrong because of that. I still fully believe Nate knows what he's talking about, and I also would believe that the Star Fox game, whatever this is going to still be happening. We've seen so many articles from so many different, as he said, different outlets also saying, hey guys, Star Fox game coming. So many quote-unquote industry insiders have spoken about this new Star Fox game. I think, it'd be a pretty big, it'd be a pretty big deal if all of these industry insiders were wrong and there was no Star Fox game out there in the wild getting ready to be revealed. It'd be a pretty wild thing for that to happen. So, I fully believe there's a Star Fox game coming. It also, beyond just industry people talking about it, makes way too much sense. You had Fox McCloud in the Mario Galaxy. you don't just put them in there. You don't just put Fox McCloud in the Mario Galaxy movie if you don't have a Star Fox coming up or, a game planned for a few months later. And then also, beyond just the industry insider talk, Nintendo's got almost nothing for the second half of 2026. You have Splatoon Raiders and Rhythm Heaven. I guess those are in July. That technically would be like the second half. But, bro, Q4 of this year, not a thing. What? We need something. And Star Fox might be a summer game that can come out like in August or something. But like, what is going to be in September, October, November? There is so much for Nintendo to announce this year. There needs to be a big ol' June Nintendo Direct, something where they let us know the plans for this year. Maybe Star Fox is in that. I feel like if you reveal, because it seems like now, if Nintendo is putting out a game in June, we should know about it by now. That's my opinion. So if you do a June Direct and you announce Star Fox, and that's kind of like a summary thing, as these insiders are kind of alluding to, June announcement, August release date for Star Fox, 2 months, makes sense to me. So this, in my eyes, Star Fox game, still happening. It's still happening, I think. And I'm no insider. I have no sources telling me it's happening. I'm just going off of like, there's so much industry chatter about this game. And usually when that happens, it's real. It's just a matter of like, when will they announce the game? Who knows? Maybe we'll get the Star Fox announcement tweet next week. Who knows? We don't know. But I am pretty dang sure, just based on like my year and a half of believing Nate the Hates leaks and seeing him be right time and time again, I'm sure there's actually a Star Fox game coming. What Star Fox game is it? We have yet to see. But I believe him. All right. That's all. Next piece of news just broke Friday morning. And I say the word broke. I say that word. And it sort of reminds me how my wallet's going to be looking after I buy all these dang Animal Crossing Lego, because golly, we got a new Animal Crossing Lego set announced. And you know it, my friends. Nintendo, Lego, whoever's pioneering the prices just knows they can charge whatever for whatever. Let's dive in. So we got a brand new set revealed to us on the Nintendo Today app, of all things. And it's just one set, comes out this summer. What is it? It is Timmy and Tommy's Fun Day Out. So Timmy and Tommy, of course, the two raccoons from Animal Crossing. They run the Nook's Cranny shop in New Horizons, all of the Nook Marts. They're having a fun day out. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, we'll have a picture on screen of this set. I gotta say, though, like, out of all the Animal Crossing sets, this one looks pretty great, and I'll explain to you why. Most of the sets are just minifigures of the characters. So if you buy the Animal Crossing, I believe the set that has the Nook's Cranny in the town hall, those are two. If you buy the set that has the resident services, that set, it's like $80. That comes with Isabelle, and she's a little Lego figure. Comes with some villager, and that villager is a little Lego figure. You get figures, these small Lego dudes. This set, you're like building a bigger Timmy and Tommy. It's hard to explain unless you see the video version, but like their heads are bigger, they're multiple pieces. This looks like fun. They are much bigger than those standard Lego minifigures. Apart from that, the set is relatively bare bones. It's 513 pieces. They're on a little bridge. It's cutesy, but it's not going to blow your socks off. Don't bring it to a competition where they're grading how cool your Legos look, because this probably won't win, unless it will. But what this will win is my heart. It's a pretty cute set. The only question here is, Max, how much does this 500-piece Timmy and Tommy Lego set cost? Gotta say, although it's pricey, and there's no denying it, like there's just no denying that, I did think it'd be a little bit worse. So 513 pieces, it is $60. Now, for reference, like, listen, guys, I ain't trying to boast. I ain't trying to gas myself up, but like, low key, I'm a Lego master builder. What I mean by that is I can do like 500 pieces. Maybe in like 2 hours. And I'm sure there's somebody out there like, Max, 2 hours? I do that in half an hour. I'm kidding. I'm not a master builder. But like $60 for 2 hours, I guess. And then like you have the set forever, I guess. I mean, I have a hard time buying Lego in the year 2026. I don't know. Were they always like this? Were they always like this much money for this few pieces? When I go shop for Lego nowadays, I make sure I get the most bang for my buck. If I'm buying an $80 set, there better be over 1,000 pieces, or else I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. If I'm buying a Lego City set, I need at least, $50 set. I need 800 pieces in there. I need value. And this is not value. No. I think a bad deal, a general rule of thumb for Lego, and even this is pricey. Even this is still not good. But a general rule, you should not pay, in my opinion, you should not pay more than $10 per 100 pieces of Lego. So if it's a 500 piece set, this should not be more than $50, and even that's a lot. I would say fair pricing for this set, give me like $35. That sounds so good to me. And that's half of what this will actually cost. They're bricks, dog. I don't know. It's not one of those things like Nintendo can charge $80 for Mario Kart because that's the brand new Mario Kart. That's the shiny new toy. I guess they can charge $60 for a Lego set, which is insane. Someone's going to buy them, I guess. Go off. Go off. But it won't be from me. I will not be buying this. Anywho, just my thoughts. Very cute set. They just won't get my money. That's all I'm saying. And I buy a lot of stuff. So, like, a lot of Nintendo stuff. So, shocking, might I say. Our final piece of news, bit out of the blue. Well, I mean, can you say out of the blue? Mario Galaxy movie did just come out a month ago. So, regardless, an update. Yeah, let's call it an update. An update for Super Mario Galaxy 2 has released in the big 2026. That's like Wii Sports getting an update today. Makes no sense. Regardless, it makes sense. This is Mario Galaxy 2 for the Switch 2, so makes sense. The game got an update, version 1.4.0, and what did they do? Nintendo added a new story to Rosalina's storybook. Here's the official quote from the update notes. A new story has been added to the storybook. Once final chapter is available... Once final chapter is available in the storybook, you can read the new story by clearing any galaxy and earning a power star. Sorry, the text on my screen is like so small, I had to squint for that one. Yeah, new story. If you're into the Mario Galaxy lore, kudos to you. You got yourself a new story. There's a reason to turn the game on again. I like that. And for as much crap as Nintendo gets for post-launch updates, I'm glad that they still, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have thrown a fit if Nintendo did not update Mario Galaxy 2 1 month later and throw in a new storybook. Nobody would have cared. So it's cool that they do things like this. I give them credit. They get a lot of crap for I hate post-launch updates. And most of the time that criticism is valid because a lot of the post-launch stuff that they do is stuff that should be there at the start, like for Mario Kart. That rhymes. Kudos. But this is neat. It's a little extra something as I said, gives you a reason to turn the game on again. Maybe you'll have some fun playing again. But will I be turning on the game? Probably not. Probably not. The storybook, I don't know if I'm like just dying to see it. I know somewhere in some world, C.com is happy. He was on the podcast last week. I know he's happy somewhere. But for me, I can take it or leave it. I'll probably leave it. But kudos to the Mario Galaxy fans. Apart from that, only other news is there are some rumblings that the Mario Galaxy movie, fittingly, will be on streaming platforms, mobile devices, all that goodness in about a month. 15 days to 30 days, somewhere in that range. In a month, you'll be able to watch it on your own device. Do we have the dates for each platform? Netflix, whatever, Apple? No. But soon, which is a given. But hey, if you needed more confirmation, soon. So, pretty cool. Apart from that, guys, wow, my topic transitions are just flowing today. Went from Mario Galaxy 2 to the Mario Galaxy movie. Now, my transition, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about how Illumination, the company behind the Mario Galaxy movie, has confirmed there's a new Nintendo movie. They didn't put out a statement saying this, but it's on their event film schedule that is public. So they're saying it without fully saying it. There's a new Nintendo movie releasing on April 12th, 2028. That's less than 2 years away. And there's a whole lot of talk. It's obviously animated because it's from Illumination, but is it a new Mario movie? Is it a Donkey Kong? Is it a Luigi's Mansion? Obviously, there's no concrete evidence of any of it, but I'm down to chat for a bit, speculate on what we think it might be, and I would love for everyone in the comments to chime in down below and let me know what you think it is. But for now, let's go ahead, get to the main segment of this podcast. What the heck do we think this new Nintendo movie is? Let's go ahead, get to it. Folks, if you thought Nintendo was at all going to be slowing down with the movie releasing, it looks like you're wrong. Because not only do we have the Mario Galaxy movie this year, 2026, we have the Zelda movie next year, 2027, and now we have confirmation of a new Nintendo movie releasing on April 12th, 2028. And we gotta sit here and we gotta talk about what this movie is. Because I feel like I have a pretty good idea and a pretty good prediction that I feel unstoppable about. But I want you guys to let me know what you think as well. So, here are the facts. Here are the facts of the matter here. I have pulled up on my phone because my computer does not want to work right now. I have pulled up on my phone what appears to be a schedule for Universal Pictures, Illumination, the whole company umbrella, right? Their schedule for releasing films. We have, for example, Minions and Monsters releasing July 1st. We got Finding Emily, whatever that is. These are all movies releasing this year. If you scroll down to 2028, we have this. We have Untitled Illumination Event Film, and then there's also some other sources from the web. People are connecting it to Nintendo. That is a Nintendo thing. So, with this all considered, with this all known, with this being out there, what movie could that be? There's a couple of obvious ones that we can talk about now. Could it be the third Mario movie, whatever that ends up being? Could it be a Donkey Kong? Could it be a Star Fox? Could it be a Luigi's Mansion? Could it be a Mario Galaxy 2 movie? Or a Mario Galaxy movie 2? Not sure what you do there. Could it be something like that? Animal Crossing? Let's talk. So, I mean, I don't want to ramble. I feel like I know what this is. And I think the internet knows what it is. I'm not special. I just agree. I agree with everybody. I think, and we'll dive into why, this is nothing other than a Donkey Kong focused movie. That's what I personally think this is, and we'll dive into why. So, reason number one. If you're Nintendo, you want to make movies, obviously, that are massive, right? And so that's why you do the Mario movie. That's why you do the Zelda, your two biggest franchises. Oh, who could have saw that coming, right? They're not going to make a Pikmin movie. They do the little Pikmin short films. That's as far as they'll go, probably. Pikmin appeared in the Mario Galaxy movie. That's as far as they'll go, probably. They're not making a Pikmin movie. They're not going to make a Fire Emblem movie. Like, stop. Just stop. I love Animal Crossing, and maybe they will make an Animal Crossing movie, but probably not in the near future. Because then the characters would have to speak English, and they don't do that. So, regardless, I think it is Donkey Kong because you have Mario, you have Zelda. Just go ahead and like brainstorm what the next natural big character is. Some might say Luigi. I say Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong is massive in the way that, and I wasn't alive, so like I'm not speaking from experience here, but like back in the 80s, Donkey Kong was like the thing. It was like the fun arcade game. It was what put Nintendo on the map. That was Donkey Kong. Like that's the big old thing that all generations love. Today's generation loves Donkey Kong Bonanza. Older gen loves arcade Donkey Kong. So you have a wide appeal. I don't think that a 40-year-old today who loved, or you know, however old, 50-year-old who played Donkey Kong back in the day would want to go see an Animal Crossing movie today. Like I don't think there's a massive appeal there to all ages. I think with Donkey Kong, you can get more of that. Even if someone didn't grow up in the 80s. Like Donkey Kong's been a thing forever. And been a huge thing too. Been a huge character. Makes all the sense from a global appeal, from a wide demographic appeal. Makes a lot of sense to have Donkey Kong be your movie. Now, we can dive into like, oh, what if it's a Luigi's Mansion movie? I guess. But here's my other thing. Like, here's my argument to that. Why I don't think that it will be a Luigi's Mansion thing. Mario Movie 1 in 2023. You saw Donkey Kong a lot. You probably know where I'm going with this. Where the heck was Donkey Kong in the Mario Galaxy movie? What? He was nowhere to be found, basically. He was not part of the movie. Why? Probably because bro is going to get his own movie. And they've had this planned out for a while. It's making sense now. Think about it. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh no. Can we bleep what I just said? Because that is a spoiler for the Mario movie. Don't bleep it. Just like put an Animal Crossing voice over me. I just spoiled something. We're going to take that out of this podcast. I will not continue with that point. But what I was going to say is some other character in the Mario Galaxy movie got more screen time than Donkey Kong did. That was my point. We're going to bleep what I said. But regardless, I don't want to do spoilers. So thank you, Alonzo, podcast editor, for cutting that part out. Kudos. Regardless, Donkey Kong could use some more screen time. And I think there's an argument that even if he was in the Mario Galaxy movie a lot, heavily, oh, well, he can still have his own movie. It's not like he has to be absent from the movie to get his own movie. I think it makes you miss him a little bit. Like, I'm missing some Donkey Kong movie action in my life because he was not in the Galaxy movie. I'm missing some. So it makes me more excited for a Donkey Kong movie. My next point, why I think it's happening, is because there's a lot more depth to Donkey Kong and all of his family members and that series and everything in the Donkey Kong sphere. There's much more depth there than there would be for Luigi's Mansion. So, for example, Luigi's Mansion movie. What's the plot? He goes around, Luigi goes around in a big mansion, and like the games, finds ghosts, finds these ghosts and sucks them into his vacuum. And by the way, these ghosts don't speak English, or maybe they do. And they're like, what? We save Mario from a painting? Great story. Love it in the actual games. Beautiful, fun. No one loves Luigi's Mansion more than me. I love it. But in a movie, how does this work? You're also going to be scaring little kids. I'm kidding, probably not. But it's something to think about. Whereas on the flip side here, you have Donkey Kong, you have Diddy Kong, you have Dixie Kong, you have Cranky Kong, you have Funky Kong. You have all these Kongs. Funky Kong is the best one, by the way. I'll put it out there straight. You have all these Kongs over here. And I don't know what the story would be. Because, like, it's pretty hard to predict what story any movie has. So I have less of an idea there for what the movie would be like. But I think that's the point. There are so many more directions you can go into with a Donkey Kong movie than you can for a Luigi's Mansion or an Animal Crossing, whatever other big Nintendo franchise you want to throw at me. Splatoon. Like, there's so much more to do with a Donkey Kong movie. And also, what's great about that, and this also applies to Luigi's Mansion, but like with Donkey Kong, it's still under the Mario umbrella. Like, Mario can appear in a Donkey Kong movie, and heck, probably will. And yes, the same can be said for Luigi's Mansion, but it's just so much more broadly appealing. Did I word that right? It has much more broad appeal, the Donkey Kong movie does, than Luigi's Mansion. Like, it's just not even a thought to me. Not that I'm some, like, cool guy, but when I think of, like, YouTube video ideas, I think of, like, what is the most broad, massive, appealing concept? And I just kind of have, like, a brain for saying, like, oh, yeah, that has less appeal, that has more appeal. I lean Donkey Kong every single time. Like, that is what will get people in theaters. That'll get butts in seats. Luigi's Mansion would be a success, and heck, they can still do that down the line. But there's just no clearer option. And I'm not done giving all my points on why I think that's the movie. They also have a Donkey Kong theme park, which I'm not saying the movie is going to promote the theme park. Will that happen? Yeah, it's kind of the sawdust. When you make a movie on Donkey Kong, of course, the Donkey Kong theme park will get more people. It's the sawdust of the movie. But what I'm saying is, Nintendo's already figured this out. When you have Super Nintendo World, and most of that theme park in Florida, California, Japan, everywhere, is largely Mario themed. You got question blocks, you got mushrooms, it's Toad, it's largely Mario. It's not Animal Crossing World, it's not Zelda World, it's Super Nintendo World, but it's largely Mario. What did Nintendo do next? They made a Donkey Kong expansion, because they know that's the next biggest thing. They know that's gonna work. So, if they did the same knowledge, same concept with the movies, it only makes sense. You expand with Donkey Kong because people like the Kongs. That's how that goes. Nintendo's fond of Donkey Kong. It's almost like they gave him a brand new 3D adventure last year. They must like him a little bit. So with that new Donkey Kong Bonanza game, with the Donkey Kong theme park, in my last point, with this Donkey Kong trademark, I think that was renewed recently, How is there no Donkey Kong movie? There has to be. So I fully think that's what this next movie is. And those are all of the reasons I believe why. If anyone has other ideas, I would love to know. I'll go see any Nintendo movie, even if it's Xenoblade, which I don't personally love. I'll go watch it. Like, why not? Sure. Unless it's 4 hours, then like low key, I don't feel like going. But otherwise, I'll watch whatever. I'm down for whatever. But my prediction says Donkey Kong. Because who else makes sense? They can do Animal Crossing. They can do Luigi's Mansion. They can do these other movies. But not this soon. I think once you make 2 Donkey Kong movies, 3 Mario movies, like, all right, you kind of have to explore something else. Then maybe. Not now. So, I think this next Nintendo movie has got to be Donkey Kong. So, all right, guys, look forward to it. April 12th, 2028, like, Donkey Kong, check it out in theaters. Like, I don't know. I think it's definitely Donkey Kong. I will stop rambling your head off. Let's go ahead, folks. Comment down below what you think that will be, whether you're on Spotify or YouTube. Comment. I would love to know. With that said, let's get to your favorite segment of the podcast where I answer your questions you asked me. Let's go ahead and let's freaking get to it. My friends, you have made it to your favorite segment of the podcast, the question block segment, where you all get to ask me questions that I answer on the podcast. If you want to have your question possibly be answered, few ways to put your hat or put your ticket in the hat for the lottery to be answered. Number 1, I post on my YouTube community tab every single week. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. The next easiest way would just be comment down below on any platform that you're on, YouTube, Spotify. I will take your questions from there. You can join our Discord server, link down below, and ask questions in there and also chat with our community. Or you can email mariomatterquestions@gmail.com. And first question comes from Luigi Bros 64YT, who asks, who is your Super Smash Bros main? Listen, ever since Smash 4 on the Wii U, let me give context. Okay, Luigi Bros, let me give context. When Smash 4 came out, no one will believe me. I was 8 years old. Google it. And like, listen, nobody at 8 years old loved Mii's more than I do. You can see where I'm going. I loved Mii's. I loved Mii's on Wii Sports. I loved Mii's Wii Party U on my home menu everywhere. So, 8 years old, I'm hopping on Smash Bros. Got it for my birthday. I'm looking around. I'm looking at Mario. I'm looking at Luigi. I'm looking at, everyone new on there. I'm looking around at all my options, okay? And I see Mii Brawler, Mii Sword Fighter, and Mii Gunner. I want one of those, okay? So I'm looking between the 3. I play with them all. I use the Gunner. Hate it. I use the Sword Fighter. Cool. I use Mii Brawler. Oh, I'm in. I've been a Mii Brawler main ever since 2014. Which is crazy to say. I still main Mii Brawler to this day. And I used to think that was like a bad thing or a hot take or something like that. I think it's actually pretty normal. Like Mii Brawler, guys, stop. If you customize Mii Brawler with the right moves, Mii Brawler's good. Stop putting the disrespect on the Mii Brawler's name. Mii Brawler is legit. I don't know which moves I have or like what they're called, but I have the one where like if you move your stick to the right and you hit B, you like slam your opponent. I like that one. I have the one where if you point the left stick down and press B, you like do a flip and like slam the ground with your head. Oh my gosh, like Mii Brawler is amazing. So I've just loved Mii Brawler forever. And so I will always love Mii Brawler. There was a phase in like 2021, and that was like peak Animal Crossing New Horizons for me. Not peak, because like 2020 was peak, but like that was peak Animal Crossing obsession for me. I like tried to main Isabelle, couldn't do it. Like I wanted to main Isabelle or Villager, couldn't do it. So Mii Brawler forever. All right, my text is so small. Alden Ladig asks, how do you feel about mods? All right, now I imagine that you're saying mods on games like Mario Odyssey, for example, or also like console mods, like modding your Wii or something like that. So I've never, that's a lie. I've never modded a Nintendo game, However, I realized for a YouTube short one time, which flopped, by the way. I don't know why. I thought it would do pretty good. I think it was like just, I am never one to blame the algorithm. But there's just some times where you're like, how does that make any sense? So I'm not blaming the algorithm. I love to own up to like, if a video didn't perform well, what did I do wrong? That's always how I am. But there's some times where you're like, scratching your head like, how? No way. Like, come on. Maybe the algo was like doing a little something that day. Because my watch time is great. My click-through rate is insane. There's no way this did not get more views. Regardless, I posted a Wii Sports video where I boxed Mr. Beast as a Mii character. It's still up if you all want to find it. Like, search up on YouTube, EmSwizzle, like boxing Mr. Beast. It'll show up. I modded an emulated version of Wii Sports to put Mr. Beast as the opponent. Because if you're playing Wii Sports one player, you can't change the Mii of who your opponent is. It's either Matt or somebody else. So I modded it to put Mr. Beast in there, and I forget how I did it. Some like random YouTube account helped me. Like, there's this thread on a YouTube video, like how to mod your Wii Sports game, where I'm like going back and forth with this random person on like 9 different comments, trying to figure out like how to mod my Wii Sports. Got it done eventually. I miss those days, man. Like August of 2023, modding my Wii Sports in my bedroom with my desk set up, and oh, how far we've come, man. Regardless, to answer your question, I'm in support of mods in general. Like, obviously Nintendo hates it, but I think it makes games more fun. For sure. I don't mod games. I mod consoles. So I modded my Wii, right? And I get I get like the Everybody Votes channel, for example, is back online. I get the Forecast channel back online. What I love mods for is I love how they bring back things that we lost. Miiverse on my Wii U, I have that back. 3DS Miiverse, have that back. Like, I like bringing back the old things that Nintendo discontinued with mods. I cannot sit here on this podcast and you know, encourage piracy. But I like custom themes on my 3DS. I like mods for the possibilities they open up for things that Nintendo just did not let us do, or they shut down. Like, when Nintendo does something bad, for example, shuts down this service, that service, doesn't let you do this, modding lets you do it. So I love it for that. But yeah, only game that I've really modded, unless someone has some other proof somewhere that I'm like forgetting, is Wii Sports. And all I did was put a Mr. Beast Mii in my Wii Sports. I don't know, fun. But next up, Ben asks, hi Max, when you were playing with a sideways Joy-Con, do you pick the left Joy-Con or the right Joy-Con? I personally picked the left one. Ben, I agree with you. You always pick the left Joy-Con. And I need everyone to comment down below. Do you also pick the left Joy-Con? Here's why I do it. I do it because, and I'm sure this is the same reason for everyone out there, I do it because the left stick is further away from the buttons than it is on the right Joy-Con. So like the space between left stick and buttons, more space there on your left Joy-Con. At least I think that's a fact. At the very least, it feels that way. I have not played horizontal Joy-Cons in so long, so I forget if there's factually actually more space there, but it at least feels like it once again. So I always use left. If I have to use right, I will, but to be honest, like, I never play sideways Joy-Con. I'm finding some way to bring a Pro Controller to the function, okay? Because your boy's not playing sideways Joy-Con. If I got people over and we're playing Mario, they're getting a Pro Controller. And not everyone can do that, and I understand. I'll go rob the neighbor's Pro Controller before I hand someone a sideways Joy-Con. I'm kidding, but neighbors, stay alert. I might be robbing you. Josiah asks, "Hey Max, love the work you're doing. Thank you. My question is, how would you react if a new Animal Crossing game came out, but it's $90? What I love about this comment is it has 4 replies to it, and everyone's like, oh, he would definitely still buy it. I definitely would. I mean, if it's $90, like, I paid $80 for Mario Kart. I mean, we all did, unless you bought the Switch bundle. We all paid $80. I love me some Animal Crossing. I feel like most Animal Crossing fans would pay $90 for it. And obviously, that's a steep price. I'm not saying that everyone has $90 to just to throw at a game, right? But like maybe you would just stop buying games for like a month or 2 or 3 or 4 and save up and then go buy Animal. Like, I think it's a game worth saving for, as opposed to like if Rhythm Heaven Groove was $90, yeah, no one's buying it. But with Animal Crossing, people would still buy it for that price tag, and it would still do pretty good numbers because it is Animal Crossing. Is that insane? $90? Yes, it is. That is an insane price tag. But that's gonna still sell. So what can I say? I mean, it's gonna sell. So kudos to the Animal Crossingers. I would definitely buy it. I wouldn't be shocked if the next Animal Crossing is $80. It was the second best selling Switch game behind Mario Kart. There's a big audience there. I think you can do it. I think they should make it 70 though, because like if you want to get the whole like quarantine audience back, because when Animal Crossing came out, obviously a lot of people during the pandemic bought it. If you want that crowd back, you should make this next game more affordable. So yeah, I think 70 probably. Kudos. Final question comes from Davey, who asks, "Hey Max, what is your hair like without hair gel? Thank you for your time and have a great day." Davey, I have some news for you. I don't use hair gel. And like someone out there is going to think I'm lying. I don't know if like you're watching the video version, like with hair gel, like you can't really do this to your hair. Like it's usually just stuck. Like my hair has been trained to look like this for 4 years now. And so when I get out of the shower, what I do is I blow dry my hair up. And that's usually what keeps it together. I can shake my head and like my hair mostly stays in place. I don't use gel. My hair is just built different, I guess. It's just trained. It's trained differently. I used to use hair gel like back in 4th grade, like long ago. And I always hated how it made my hair feel. It was like the most uncomfortable thing. And I'm not hating on hair gel. I'm not hating, but like, I did not like it. I never liked it. I never used any sort of product in my hair aside from like the shampoo count, because I use some of that. But that's like human needs. Yeah, no gel for me. No gel ever. Sorry, I'm just like thinking about the old days that I used to use hair gel. They're long gone. Good days. I used to use, what was the brand that I used? I think it was like, was it Got to Be Glued? Oh my gosh. Treacherous, just insane. That thing would make my hair as hard as a rock. I mean, like you couldn't touch it. The texture was terrible. Anywho, I'll stop. No gel for me in the big 2026. My hair has never looked better, in my personal opinion. Just got my cut yesterday. You gotta love it. Folks, that is it for the Mario Matter, episode 190. I appreciate you all very much for listening, tuning in, viewing, watching, subscribing, liking, all the good stuff. Stick around. I have an announcement for next week. I appreciate it all. If you did enjoy the show, what helps more than anything is a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're on. Some platforms can't, like YouTube, I don't think, but Spotify, Apple, that sort of thing helps us a whole ton. We appreciate that. We appreciate you. And my announcement for next week is that next week's podcast will not be in this studio. It'll be in, I have a trip to New Jersey next week, and we rented out a podcast studio in New Jersey. And you might be wondering, Max, who is the guest on that podcast? Well, if you all have been longtime listeners of this podcast, last time I was in the exact same scenario in New Jersey for a weekend. It was actually the week that Switch 2 came out, which was terrible timing, but it happened. And the guest on that podcast was none other than the one I was traveling with, my dad, my father. So he will be joining us again next week, and it's just a fun episode. He does not know much about Nintendo, but what's fun is that he doesn't know much. So my dad is the funniest guy on earth. You all are sure to enjoy that episode, and it'll be the exact same show. Nintendo news, maybe a main topic if there is one, or we'll do like a fun topic or something like that, and then Q&A obviously. But yeah, standard show per usual next week. We should be all good to go. My only worry is that we record it Friday. I will do my best to get it to you all on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. like always. It may be later in the day on Saturday, only because we're going to a podcast studio. I have no control over like when they send me the files. So like as soon as we get the files, we'll be working tirelessly to get you the podcast. But I'm going to try Saturday 10 a.m. We're going to try our best. All right. But aside from that, thank you all very, very, very much for listening, tuning in. I will see you all next week in New Jersey live, not live, but like, on the scene in New Jersey, pre-recorded next week. See you all then. Adios.